Okay, everybody, welcome to You Can't Make This Up. Kind of a little bit of levity if you've never been here before. This is what we do on Thursdays because the rest of the week is just no bueno. There are so many things that are happening. By the way, if you really want some incredible perspective, what's going on in Iran, join me for my news update that's coming at 5 o'clock tonight. But we're just going to roll right now and let's just get a few things to start off a little bit slow with. Here's one regarding the Oscars. Look at this. Check it out. This is what was left behind. Yes, this is a real photo taken by Hollywood editor Matt Naglia last night after the 2026 Oscars ended. So let's be honest. Does this surprise you? This is how the people who tell you to use paper straws left the Oscars venue last night. Yeah, no kidding. I don't know, I'm thinking, man, I thought paper straws were only in California. Then I start going to other states. They have paper straws probably where a lot of you guys live. Just so stupid. Anyways, just whatever. All right, ready? Check this one out. This kind of makes you wonder about Nephilim. Check out this one. Representative J-Pal says no to voter ID law because 50% of Americans don't have birth certificates. That's like, I said, well, seriously? 50% of Americans never been born? Like Obama? Are they Nephilim? Or 50% of Americans are Nephilim? I get it. No, you can't make this stuff. Really. Some people are just so stupid. I love this one. This is an oldie but goodie from about a month or so ago. This is Argentina. The president there in Argentina, this guy, he's kind of like the Trump of South America. This guy's just fantastic. Argentinian President Javier Milei renames Palestine Street to Bebas Family Street. Yes, I just had to bring that back in because I forgot about that. It came up in my feed. I said, let's just remind everybody about that. All right, speaking of someone being like Trump, how about we just go to Japan and we see how Trump does Trump. Are you ready for this? So Japan is going to call out Trump. It doesn't go well for him. And this is funny. So Japan's going to call out Trump for why didn't you tell us you were going to go into Iran? We kept hearing you weren't going to do anything. I guess maybe they're getting their info from Tucker Carlson. I don't know. Anyways, but this is hilarious. And you got to watch this exchange of words and what Trump comes back with. This, my friends, is funny. And this is the Trumpism. Watch this.
We Japanese citizens.
Well, one thing you don't want to signal too much. When we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay? Right? He's asking me, no, you believe in surprise, I think much more so than us. And we had to surprise him, and we did. And because of that surprise, we knocked out the first 2 days.
That's great. Why didn't you tell us? Well, why didn't you tell us about Pearl Harbor? That is definitely, that's a Trumpism because that is Trump. How about Kim Jong-un? He only got 99.3% of the vote, I think it was, something like that. So upset over it. Watch this. This video is kind of funny. Check this out. So there he is. You can see him just reading. He's now see the people crying. Oh no! He promises. The video is actually hilarious. I wish I could show the whole thing to you, but he's actually, however it's dubbed in. I'm really sorry I didn't get 100% of the vote. Only got 99.3%. I will try harder. I promise to get 100% of the vote. You don't have to worry about you being killed if you're one of the 0.07% of people who didn't vote for me. But I'm really sorry. I'll do better next time. It's a funny video. You notice all the people crying. Why do you think people cry when Kim Jong-un speaks? Because he kills them if they don't cry when they're supposed to be crying. That's why he does that. Nah, yeah, that's why he does that. And speaking of liars and hypocrites and doctrines of demons and all of this other stuff going on right now, how about the gun laws? How about specifically the gun laws in Virginia? Look at this. Check this out. Virginia politicians exempt themselves from new gun laws. Breaking. Virginia voters are shocked to find out, are you ready for this? That Virginia Democrats are voting to exempt themselves from the new gun control measures that they are imposing. The provision of the section shall not apply to any member of the General Assembly. So there you have it. The people who make the laws in Virginia, and they're making laws about the Second Amendment saying you can't have a gun, but we're exempt. We get to have guns. Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that how government takes over stuff? They keep the guns and they take them away from everybody else. Pretty sure that's how that works. But boy, I'd like to hear from some of you folks from Virginia on that. Hey, guess what? So as so many people in the mainstream media are out there, they are promoting just how wonderful the immigration is working out in Europe and let's say New York City. Oh, by the way, did you see, was it Robert De Niro? Not going so well for him. He wanted a meeting with Mamdani in New York City to talk about his taxes that got raised on him, his property tax. Like, you can't do that to me. I'm Robert De Niro. So he goes to meet Mamdani to complain about that because Mamdani said, we're raising your property taxes. And Robert De Niro just found out he was one of the useful idiots to vote him in. He thought because he made sure that he came alongside Mamdani to vote him in, he'd at least be able to have a sit-down meeting with Mamdani. Mamdani wouldn't even have a meeting with him, wouldn't even take a phone call, wouldn't have any of that stuff. No, sorry, you are a useful idiot. This is the way the Marxists, communists work. The Islamists. They will use the useful idiots to get them to come along their side. And then once they get their power, guess who are the first people to go? Boop! The very people that got them into power because they were foolish enough to believe everything that Mamdani just wants to do a big group hug with everybody. He doesn't really want to cut off the heads of people who don't agree with him. He's not really going to raise my taxes because I vote for him. He's not really, listen, that's what people thought in the days of Hitler. Oh, we'll just get along with Hitler. He won't come against us. Look what happened. Now these people tell you exactly what they're going to do. Believe what they say. And just because you think you're going to be your friend, they will not be your friend. But this also happened, I believe it was CBS in 60 Minutes. They went over to Sweden to prove how wonderful we can all do a group hug with the radical militant Islamists who come to kill us all. We'll take 60 minutes there and actually show how well it really is working. How they're just there in peace and love. What happens with 60 minutes? Let's watch this.
Attack.
Go! Mate! Go! Don't you touch me! Okay, we're gonna be.
Excuse me. Please. No, we are leaving, but you don't need to hurt us. There's no need to be unkind.
You can't film. No, don't do it.
The gang's attention turns when a local intervenes and drives his mobility scooter into the most violent attacker.
Move. We've been individually attacked.
They just aren't going to learn, are they? They tell you this is what we're going to do. We're going to come, we're going to destroy everything, we're going to rape the women, we're going to kill you, we're going to shut you up, we're going to have you locked up, we're going to do all of these things to you. And these idiots, these useful idiots like the Robert De Niros and the rest of them, let's just do a big group hug. We really know that you really want to get along with us. It's just a big slobbery wet kiss. You look at this stuff. My gosh. Hey, anyways, speaking of, the West just doesn't get it. The woke West doesn't get it. It's the woke left, and guess what? It's the woke right. The people like Tucker Carlson and the rest of them, the Megyn Kellys, they just don't get it, or they're getting paid off. Because here's the reality of it. The people in Iran, the Persian people worldwide, they are celebrating and they are thanking the U.S. and Israel. Watch this. Look at this. So what this is, these are celebrations in Tehran. They're going on all over in Iran right now while Iran is firing missiles and so forth. Listen, I go into this details. What's really going on with the war in Iran? Why was Trump really in there? I go into that tonight, so join me for my news break. The truth, really going to bring some insight into it. But the Iranian people are celebrating. Look at this. This is, here's another video. This is in various cities that we see this happening. Look at this one. So this, and there's video after video after video, videos coming from Iran holding Israeli flags, thanking Israel. We see them happening all over the world. Why are you not hearing this on mainstream media? Why are they not talking to my Iranian friends that are in Los Angeles? I've had on the program over the last couple of weeks. Why don't they see all of the people that are flooding into the streets, even in America, that are celebrating and thanking the U.S. and Israel? Why aren't they doing it? Because there is a narrative, and both on the right and the left, they don't want us to know about these things at all. By the way, again, I get into some very specific things regarding the real reason for the war on Iran again tonight, and there's more to it. Yes, people of Iran, in a sense, have been set free, but what was the real motive to really go into Iran? What's really going on with the Strait of Hormuz? Check it out tonight. All right, so what is this? Israel gets blamed for everything. This one, to me, it's got to be one of the most hilarious ones yet. The biggest lies that are out there. Yeah, this is at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, right? So look at this picture. So look, okay, you see this? This is what this says. This is a narrative that's out there. Israel closes the tomb of Christ indefinitely. For the first time in the history of Christianity, Holy Week and Easter services will be prohibited. Sunday services canceled. Church leaders call emergency meeting. All right, let's walk through this. Okay, this is not rocket science. What you just saw is a picture from the Holy Sepulchre. If you watched, you saw the other day, I had it here, you saw it in other outlets too, where shrapnel, massive shrapnel, landed in the courtyard of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. In fact, there's one that landed, I did report on it yesterday, on the Temple Mount shrapnel, then in the Hinnom Valley. These things are landing all over Jerusalem. Israel is constantly running into bomb shelters. And if you think it's just Jews, no. Arabs are also, these things are falling into the Arab neighborhoods. There are 2 million Muslims, that live in Israel. 2 million. So these rockets are coming from everywhere. And guess who's alerted by when the rockets are coming? The Jews are alerted. Guess who else is alerted? The Christians are alerted, no matter what Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens say. Guess who else is alerted? The Muslims, all 2 million of them that live in Israel. Everybody is alerted, run into a bomb shelter, because we don't know where the Hezbollah or Iran is firing rockets. So everybody's alert. So these things are falling. You have shrapnel that's falling. It's like, hello, these things are falling in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. How can you have, if you've ever seen it, the celebrations for Palm Sunday and Easter and Good Friday going down, Resurrection Sunday, say a Palm Sunday, a Good Friday on the Via Dolorosa. By the way, the Via Dolorosa you see in the picture is not the same one I believe it really is. But that's another story. If you go to Israel with me, I'll show you the real one. But the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, where Christ was buried and rose from the grave, and the crosses there also. You have the cross in that area. You have the tomb in that area. Some people say it's where the garden tomb was. Others say it's where the Holy Sepulchre is. I don't want to get into that right now, but I'm saying hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people flock to go and do the Palm Sunday Road. If you've been with me in Israel, we walk down the Palm Sunday Road. They flock, hundreds of thousands of people flock there, walk down the Palm Sunday Road, the Via Dolorosa, go to the area of the Holy Sepulchre, and these church leaders are saying, this is appalling. How can Israel close this over our most holy days? Ah! The lies are astounding. They're absolutely astounding. I'm looking at this go, is Israel going to risk the death of who knows how many people because some church leaders just hate Israel? And so they're trying to make a spin on it. I can't believe Israel's using this as an excuse to close the Holy Sepulchre. Wait, it shouldn't be closed. It's safe out here. Listen, as rockets are flying, they are flying. Listen, right now, some of you are scheduled to be in Israel with me in around mid-April. We'll see if we make it, right? We leave that with the Lord, and we see if we make it. But the reality of it is, if there's missiles flying, I'm not going to take a group of tourists or friends or anybody into an area where missiles are flying. How irresponsible of these church leaders to say, we want the hundreds of thousands of people to flock here. That is a stinking, irresponsible, wicked thing to do. So, because they know, these SOBs know. Am I allowed to say that? I just did. They know that the rockets are flying. They're coming from, they're coming from Iran. They know it. They know the same things that we've seen. The shrapnel's landing everywhere. Everybody's running for cover. You can't fly in, can't fly out. All these different things going on. They know it. But they're so wicked and so evil, either one, they hope you die, and they really don't care if you die because they'll just blame Israel. Look at what Israel does. Israel's war, even though Iran does it. Maybe that's what they want. That's the whole thing with Hamas. Get the casualties up. Maybe that's what they want. Maybe they are really terrorist operatives disguising themselves as church leaders. What do you guys think? Do they want to have casualties go extreme? Or are they just totally irresponsible? And they're not even, they don't care about the lives of anybody else. And they just want to have, we just want to have this open and we want to have people here regardless. And we don't really care. I mean, you just go, wow. The dynamic is off the charts. Anyways, let's move on from there. So remember the Michigan synagogue that was attacked last week? Remember that? About a week and a half ago? Remember that? So check this out. This post is from Not the Bee. The Michigan synagogue attacker, his brothers were Hezbollah terrorists. Look at how NPR is covering the news. Okay, so basically what NPR said was, and not just NPR, other publications republished it, is that the terrorists who attacked the Michigan synagogue was just in retaliation because Israel had killed his two brothers. What they don't, and they make it sound as if his two brothers were innocent, and he was just reacting. I'm just going to pay them back. I'm going to pay them, the Israelis back. Number one, it wasn't an Israeli synagogue. It was a Jewish synagogue in Michigan, right? It wasn't sponsored by the nation of Israel. Number two, his two brothers that were killed, that NPR and others so conveniently left out, were Hezbollah terrorists. You don't hear that? Guess what? That makes this guy just another one of them terrorists. That's the truth. He's a terrorist. His brothers were terrorists. But you don't hear the stuff. You won't hear that stuff anywhere. I need a break. I need a break. So you know what? Let's get a good story, because we got a couple more funny things before we get to the tip of the week. Let's get a good story, because I need a break, man. This stuff, just the stupidity and the evil of everything. Check this out. So check out this guy. He was out with his family, not intentionally swimming with dolphins. So what happened was, this is crazy. You can read the story. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But basically, these dolphins surrounded him. And he was afraid he was going to they're going to kill us. What's going on with these dolphins? And they trapped him, right? And then, and I don't know if this is that picture from that particular scene or another one, but these dolphins had circled around him and swam around him and closed him in where he was super tight with his family. And then what took place is he didn't know it at the time. He's thinking these dolphins are going to kill us. What really happened was all of a sudden he said he looked and he saw this shark that was, I can't remember what kind of shark it was. It says it there somewhere in that article. I don't know if it was a great white shark or some other shark. There's a shark that was trying to get to him and his daughter. And these dolphins have protected him from the shark. Listen, what a great story. In fact, the dolphin stayed there until the threat of the shark was gone. That is so cool. That's God's creatures. Isn't that crazy? That's God's creatures, and that's how God does things. And sometimes it's just a reminder. It may seem like something else is going on. We don't understand why all this pressure is there as the dolphins were closing in on them, getting more and more pressure, make us tell, oh, no, we're going to survive this. You find out, oh, God was doing it for my protection. That is a cool story. God's creatures. It's just so cool how God does. All right, let's watch this video. Pretty hilarious. I've shown Josh before doing some of his videos. This guy's just, he's like the Babylon Bee, but going after the woke stuff. He dresses up woke. He does all these crazy things to kind of make a point, and it's pretty funny. I've showed one to you before where he said, oh, you believe in immigration? Oh, let me bring some people over into your house. I don't want them in my house. Close his door, lock me. You know, that guy. Watch this one. Here, check this out.
Hi, can you roll down the window? Hi, I'm Finn. I'm with the parking patrol here, and I saw that you have a pro-choice bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever personally had an abortion?
No.
Okay, is this vehicle registered to you?
Okay, sir, are you the police?
No, I'm Finn. I'm with the parking patrol, and I just need to know who the vehicle's registered to.
Me?
Okay, it's not registered to your boyfriend?
I am not one of those.
Okay, so unfortunately, you can't have that sticker if you haven't personally had an abortion.
Oh, my.
I know, Biden made it a hate crime before he left office. It's considered reproductive appropriation.
What?
Yes, you can't appropriate other people's personhoods or cultures for yourself. It's similar to identity theft.
What?
Yes, so if there's a couple options. I can either write you a ticket, it's $175, or you can scrape it off. Another option is if you're a woman, I won't have to give you a ticket.
I'm a woman.
You are?
Yeah.
When did you realize that?
Yesterday.
Yesterday you realized you're a woman?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a uterus?
Not yet.
Okay, so unfortunately, if you don't have a uterus, you can't have an opinion on abortion.
Damn.
I know, it belongs to liberal women. So, is there any way you can maybe scrape it off? I don't want to give you the ticket, sir.
Okay, man.
Do you have something you could use to take it off?
I use my ID.
I don't know if you want to do that. Those are considered racist.
What?
Yeah, the ID. Do you have something else like a ice scraper or?
Got it right now.
You do?
Yeah.
You have an ice? Okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah. If you I'll have to watch you, or else how would I know you took it off? Making any headway?
Yeah, man.
That's so, you got to watch his videos. They're stinking hilarious. By the way, just don't know what to do. It's just so funny. Anyways, maybe we should try that. Go around. Can go to Los Angeles, find a lot of interesting things there. Hey, how about this one? Speaking of interesting, I know some of you are well aware of this, but you know, the Ayatollah that was going to be the Ayatollah, apparently he was a gay Ayatollah. Not just a Ayatollah, he was a gay Ayatollah. And I'm just like, wow. Did you guys know about that? Huh, wonder how that happened. Hey, let's move on from there because we have the tip of the week. Are you guys ready for the tip of the week? Did you guys lose the gay Ayatollah picture? I think they lost it. Hey, let's go here, folks. Yep, they lost it. I don't know where the Gayatola picture is. Hey, there we go. I knew it was going to pop up somewhere. There he is, a Netflix original series. That's too funny. Oh, my goodness. Anyways, I know what some of you are saying. You're so mean, Pastor Tom. You're probably going to make me take my bumper sticker off my car. Oh, no, I won't do that. Anyways, folks, you want the tip of the week? I got a really good tip of the week for you this week. It is maybe the best tip of the week we have ever had here. Watch this tip of the week. Let's read it. Ready? Here's the tip of the week. Don't get into a talking battle with John Haller. Oh, you gotta love that one. John, we love you, brother. Can't wait to see you, be with you this week in Las Vegas at Pastor Kurt Reed's church with the prophecy conference there. John Haller, don't get into a talking battle with John Haller. That's the best. Love you, John. Okay, listen, everybody. Join me tonight. I'm going to make some real sense of what's going on in the war with Iran. Things are really going to come together. God bless you, everybody. And we'll talk to you soon. I will have a prophecy update for you Sunday night, along with, we're continuing Sunday mornings with the Gospel of Matthew. Great. God bless you, everybody.